What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here and back with another Classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Today I want to go through my specific plans for Phase 2, what I'm personally doing, what I have prepared so far, and my whole plan for the launch day as well. At this point, at the point of the video coming out, it should be about 3 days and 3 hours away from Phase 2, so it's coming up very quickly. We only have a couple more days to play, we have one more reset of BFD to do, and then suddenly we're in Phase 2. Now if you're like me, you are saving that one reset of BFD until launch day, and basically what we are doing, or what I'm doing, is I'm starting Phase 2 by doing BFD. I have also made a swap, so I was going to play my Warlock as my main, but now it's looking like my main in Phase 2 will be my Mage, and there's two main reasonings behind that. Number one, it fits my guild better, and number two, I'm just enjoying playing Mage a lot right now. Mage healing has been way more fun than I thought it was going to be, and even just DPSing as a Mage feels great. It's definitely not topping the meters by any means, but it's just fun to play, fun buttons to press, hitting some good numbers, and they're good for both single target and AoE. And the healer spec as well is basically like a smite priest, but in a mage type of healer style. So it's a smite priest, but as a mage. It's really good, and I'm really just enjoying mage so much that I think for now, for Phase 2, mage is going to be my main going into Phase 2, and then Warlock is going to be my first alt. Now, I have done a lot of prep for Phase 2, I'll just put it that way. I have done 20 quests on 7 characters. So going into Phase 2, I have pre-completed 20 high-level quests on my Warlock, my Mage, my Hunter, my Druid, my Rogue, and even my Priest. I also have one Mage on another account that I've done the same thing on, and I'm basically following roughly the same route on every single one. Now, the bad thing about going from having my Warlock be the main in Phase 2 to now being the Mage is that my Mage is arguably my most bricked character from Phase 1. I have done so many quests that even finding 20 quests to pre-complete for Phase 2 and have them make somewhat sense to my leveling schedule and like my leveling route, it was difficult, but we did make it there, and we currently have 20 quests to hand in that are somewhat high level. We do have 1 or 2 in level 24 quests, but the thing is, I'm going to hand those in at level 30, at which point level 24 quests still give full experience. So let me log into my Mage, show you the quests that I have, and then we can talk about my exact launch plans for the day itself, and just what we are doing in Phase 2 as well. So here we go. Okay, so let's start this off from where launch day begins. We are going to be logging out before launch day in BFD, or like just outside BFD. So when Phase 2 comes out, we're going to have a full 10-man raid team from our guild ready to just blast through BFD in probably about 25 minutes. Like kind of a speed run-ish, but we're not the fastest guild in the world, but roughly 25 minutes, and we should be done. After BFD, the plan is to then take the teleport. At the end of BFD, there's an NPC that teleports you to Darnassus. The plan is then to hand in the quest that we have in Darnassus. For me personally, that's going to be the cloth hand-ins that we have here, and I also have one quest item that I can also hand in Darnassus itself. I can even hand in my Warzone Gulch marks. So my Warzone Gulch marks I can hand in, I have 9 of those, and I've even farmed that on several characters as well. I have it on 5 characters on this account and 2 characters on the other account, so we have 3 marks ready to hand in on 2 separate or 7 different accounts that we can then do. And here you can see all of my quest items as well. We have 2 supply shipments. I haven't really bothered farming those, I have just done regular questing. We have all of these quest items, different ones right here. We have Tear of Tilwa and just all the items required for my quests. In addition, we have 2 items starting quests as well. We have the Warsong Outrider mark, and we have the book for the powers below. This one is a low level quest, but we might as well, and the plan is to have this one in the bag when Phase 2 comes out. So after Darnassus, we are then going to teleport over to Ironforge, hand in a couple of quests, only 1 or 2 quests in Ironforge, and then teleport to Stormwind. We're a mage, so we have teleport, so we can just teleport all around and have our Hearthstone somewhere else, and in Stormwind we are then going to be farming stockades. I say we because it's me and a friend, so we're going to be 2-man farming stockades. maybe even 3-man, we'll see how it goes. I know I can solo farm, it's probably more efficient to solo farm, but I have a real life friend who also plays a mage, and we just want to level together. So we are going to be farming stockades all night preferably, and then getting to about level 30 to 31 inside stockades. Once we are level 30 to 31, it really depends how much experience we get inside stockades at level 30, but like around that mark, we are then going to hand in all the quests that we have. As you can see, we have Shadow Magic level 23, so this one I really want to hand in before level 31, even before level 30 if possible, and after that we have the Aggressive Defense, Tower of Althalax. These two are level 24, and then we have a bunch of high levels, right? So as you can see, my quests are centered around, first of all, we have Redridge, so I have to take a really quick flight from Stormwind to Duskwood to then Redridge. So we have two big quest hubs in both Duskwood and Redridge, just handing in all these quests that you can see here as fast as possible, and then we Hearthstone to Wetlands or Ashenvale. One of these two, maybe even Ashenvale, we'll see, Hearthstone to Ashenvale or Wetlands, and then hand in all of these quests, and then after that make our way to Scarlet Monastery. The plan is basically to hand in the quests that we have, and apart from that, do as few quests as possible. The plan is to dungeon farm as much as we can. That way we are saving quests for level 40 as well to go back and do them for gold, even so we can pre-quest for phase 3 as well. So just do as few quests as humanly possible, apart from the ones that we've already pre-completed as like a mid-section. That way getting to level 30 inside stockades, maybe even like maybe 31, 30, 31, then handing in the quest should definitely get us to 32, and then we farm the last 8 levels inside Scarlet Monastery, which should be very, very easy. And then when you're in SM, you have so many instances as well. You have Graveyard, you have Library, you have Cathedral, you have Armory, you have all of these different types of instances that you can do in the same run, which is absolutely great. Now, to get even more specific here, my plan is to level up as fast as possible when phase 2 comes out. The overarching plan is to be level 40 in the first 24 hours. I know to some people that might sound like I'm leveling too fast, and to some other people that might sound like I'm being casual, because some people are aiming to be level 40 in the first 12 hours, which to me that sounds absolutely insane, but I'm betting somebody is going to make it that way and get to level 40 way, like, very, very fast. But to me it's just fun to try to challenge myself in some way to see how fast I personally can get to level 40. I understand not everyone thinks it's fun to rush to max level, and that's fine, but for me, like, just leveling, first of all, I'm excited for phase 2. It's one of my favorite level bands in Classic WoW. Level 30 to 40 has so many great zones, quests, lores, dungeons. It's my favorite level band, and getting that as a whole phase is going to be amazing, incredible. It's just going to be a fun time. So for me, it's a lot of fun content that I can do, and I don't want to, like, hold myself back, if that makes sense. I'm just going to be blasting through and staying up 24 hours and trying to get to level 40 in the first 24 hours. All of that will be streamed on Twitch, by the way. Now, one of the reasons why I'm personally planning to level fast is that I personally want to take I want to take advantage of being level 40 before other people, because as you know, I like farming gold, I like making gold, and when it comes to farming gold, the faster you get to max level, the more farms you have to yourself, which makes the farms way more valuable. You get way more gold per hour, way less competition as well, and even when it comes to, for example, finding runes, we had the Dark or Iron Ordnance farm, which was giving us 25 gold per hour at the start of phase 1. We even had the Shredder auto-salvage part. If you knew about that farm very early, you were making over 40 gold per hour farming auto salvages, which, if you find something similar in phase 2, can be absolutely mental. Speaking about gold making and gold farming for phase 2, I have recently launched a whole gold making series for phase 2, which you can have early access to in my gold guide. The thing is, when you buy this document, it's a 134 pages long document, and also gives you access to a private Discord where I'm sharing early access videos, and right now we have early access to a whole phase 2 gold making video series. This one is 11 videos long, covers a lot of different avenues of gold making. It covers gold farms, profession stuff, just regular tips and tricks for gold making in phase 2 as well, launch specific advice, and a bunch more farms that having early access to those farms can help you make a lot more gold from them before they go public. The the aim is to release 1 to 2 of those videos every single day starting from tomorrow, and then if you have the gold guide, for example, you have 11 videos available right now, and then 1 to 2 of them becoming available every single day, probably 1 tomorrow, 1 the day afterwards, and then starting with 2 every single day. That means you have 5 days of early access content before phase 2 comes out. In addition, when I find something new that is gold farm or gold making stuff, I'm gonna post it on that Discord server first. That way you can take advantage of it before once again it goes public. It's a great way to make more gold in Season of Discovery and support me directly at the same time, and the links to the guide will be down below in the video description or the pinned comment. So, one more thing that I personally want to talk about is my prep for the actual launch day, not in-game but in real life. So, I just talked about me staying up for 24 hours when the game comes out, and for me it comes out at 9 PM. That's 9 in the evening for me, so I have to basically swap my day around a little bit, so I wake up as late as possible. So my plan is, the night before the game comes out, or phase 2 comes out, basically Tuesday night, I'm gonna do an all-nighter from Tuesday to Wednesday. Go to the gym, no, not Tuesday to, Wednesday to Thursday. All-nighter, Wednesday to Thursday. Go to the gym at 7 in the morning. Come home at 10 in the morning, like 2.5 hour gym session-ish. Eat some food, go to bed, and wake up at 7. Once again, phase 2 comes out at 9. The plan is to get 8 hours of sleep and wake up 2 hours before phase 2 comes out. That way I have 2 hours to go full panic mode and just think about everything that I could have done instead of sleeping or going to the gym, and just being in full panic mode 2 hours before phase 2 comes out. It's just the way it goes, right? But my plan is basically to swap my day rhythm around a little bit to where I go to bed in the middle of the day and wake up as close to phase 2 as possible, but I do like giving myself at least 2 hours before it comes out, just to wake up, get my plans ready, make sure everything is in order, and then we start going the second phase 2 comes out. So a quick recap there is go to the gym at 7 in the morning, preferably around that time. It is absolutely empty as well at that time, so it's perfect for me. Do a bunch of supersets, do some bench press, it's gonna be great. Go for like a walk or a jog or a run at the same time, and then come home, be absolutely exhausted, make some food, go to bed, get some sleep, and wake up close to phase 2. It's gonna be great, and then just blast. As for phase 2 content at level 40, obviously there's going to be a bunch of gold farming early on, just to make sure I capitalize on the insane gold per hour we can make at the start of a phase, and then also getting my runes. I am very excited about the runes we're getting in phase 2, and I'm very excited about how we get them. I hope they learned something about stuff from phase 1, and added some very good quest lines. For phase 1, I think every single class had one rune that took them on a little bit of an adventure at least, like for example Paladin's Divine Storm, Warlocks had Metamorphosis, and for Mage, I don't really know if there's any equivalent, but I thought the mass regeneration stuff was actually kinda cool, so how to get that one was kinda cool, and I just hope they add more stuff that takes you on an adventure, a small quest chain, or just like finding stuff in the open world. I hope they go above and beyond with those runes in phase 2, and yeah, it's gonna be a blast. Finding runes, doing some PvP, probably gonna end up doing some Arthur Basin spamming as well eventually, and testing out the Stranglethorn Veil event, obviously. So that's basically my plans for phase 2. Let me know if you have anything to add to the plans in the comments down below, anything you want to see me do, or simply let me know what your plans are for phase 2 as well, once again in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, make sure to click the subscribe button as well to get more Season of Discovery content, click that bell button to get notified. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.